You know what? I already decided. I don't know why I asked. I just wanted like someone to say it so I could justify taking the risk. All right, I'm gonna do this. If you guys don't like it, whatever. Fucking at the end, I'll tell a dick joke and we'll get out of here. I want to talk about Katrina, Hurricane Katrina. Yeah, fun times. It's a little over 2 years since Hurricane Katrina, right? And I think this is a vital moment in America's history and in America's future. Because when Katrina hit, America was like this beautiful, innocent teenage girl. Right? Only 200 years old. That's not very old in country years. Right? And this beautiful little girl, she'd just gone off to college and she was exploring the world and finding out the power she had as a beautiful woman. And she went to this frat party. Right? And she's up at the keg and over come these guys like Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld, George Bush, and they're like, "What's up? Yeah, how you doing? Yeah, I'm turning my baseball cap around. What's up?" And they drop the date rape drug into her drink. Right? And then she drinks it, and they take her up to the date rape room on the 3rd floor, right, which every frat house has. I was in a frat party, and she's up there, she's on the drug, and they just start taking their turns on her. And they start taking everything from her. They take her innocence, they take her dignity, they take her respect, they take her international reputation, they take her money. But all of a sudden, the wooden floorboards of the attic start rumbling, and down the hall comes this big, heavy black woman. And she's got a red bandana, and she's sweaty, and her bosom is heaving. She's carrying babies in either arms, and her hem of her feet is torn by her feet. She's got no shoes on, and she kicks open the door, and she screams, "Wake up! Wake up! I'm Katrina, and you're getting fucked!" In America, we wake up a little, we're like, "Oh, what, there's poor black people still? What's going on? Our government can't take care of a crisis that they knew about for 5 days, yet we spend all this patriot? I don't know what's going on." But quickly, Donald Rumsfeld and Dick Cheney take Katrina, and they rush her down the hall, and they smother her under a blanket of tax cuts and terror alerts and Janet's nipple. And America's back here, right? And America's kind of groggy. And this is where we are now. It's been 2 years. And are we going to wake up, and are we going to get our clothes on, and are we going to go down the hall and get out of there and report these guys to the police? Or are we going to lay back and let it happen again? Because it's going to keep happening. Maybe these guys will leave. Maybe it'll be a southern boy or a black man or a woman with a strap on. But it's all the fucking same. It is. And frankly, I think what America needs is another revolution. You know? Non-violent, but, you know, France has a revolution every 20 minutes, right? Why can't we have one? And Thomas Jefferson, our founding father, actually wanted our country to basically have multiple revolutions. He wanted our Constitution rewritten every generation. It's true. That's a cool idea. So think about when our Constitution was written, they weren't thinking about the internet, or cloning, or terrorism, or drunk, blind, elderly Chinese women driving in the fast lane with left turn signal on. Seriously. Talking on a cell phone, eating a salad, putting on their makeup, parking their SUVs over homeless, handicapped, neoclassical Mexican jazz musicians. Oh, quesadilla. They didn't even have jazz back then. Our founding fathers were brilliant and courageous and deserve all our respect, but they were just like, no votes for the women. Has anyone seen any earrings to match this wig? And no public education, just gives the poor social mobility. And that they know we're building floating intergalactic space barges to take us to the moon, where a man made of cheese will give us soft money campaign donations to railroad through corporate legislation. Hamilton, this is some good weed. Thanks, George. I got it from the Indians for smallpox. And that goes on, and I have this whole thing where I talk to my stoner buddies trying to get me out of the relationship with America, and in the end I end up fucking Jerry Lewis, because that's what France likes.